Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Maha Wakarbek and you are watching Versatile Dr. Maha. And today we are going to discuss about the management of COVID-19 because there have been some changes in the management of COVID-19. So we'll be discussing about that and a lot of people are not aware. So please spread this video so that we could spread the awareness. Now, it is not a surprise that the number of cases in our country is rising at an alarming rate. And the figures have changed to faces. There are so many people who are known to us and are suffering from COVID-19, and still a lot of people are not sure as to what to do and what not to do. So today I'll be discussing about how to manage COVID-19 when the person is asymptomatic and advised for home isolation. So first of all, let us talk about the drug regime. So if a person is tested positive for COVID-19 and advised for home isolation, the drug which person is supposed to take is ivermectin. And the dose for ivermectin is 12 milligram OD for 3 days. OD, that is once a day after dinner for 3 days. Now, ivermectin is not advised for children who are less than 2 years of age. So the question arises, what dose should we give to a child who is around 6 years of age? Right? So for that, the formula comes of 200 microgram per kg. So if a child suppose is for 20 kgs, then 200 microgram into 20 kgs, which is equal to 4 milligram. So 4 milligram will be given to that child once for 3 days, right? And suppose if a child is around 30 kgs, then again 200 microgram into 30 kgs is equal to 6 milligram OD and for 3 days. And suppose if a person is 60 kgs, so 200 microgram into 60 kgs, that is 12 milligram, like I told. This is about ivermectin. Now, a person who is advised for home isolation, one is supposed to take ivermectin in combination with doxycycline and azithromycin. So doxycycline is to be taken in the dose of 200 milligram BD, that is twice a day for 7 days. And azithromycin is to be taken in the dose of 500 milligram OD, that is once a day for 5 days. So having said that, I would also like to add here that please do not take this medication on your own. Doxycycline and azithromycin, they are to be first you have to consult with your physician, only then take this medication because it has its side effect and it might suit to some people and it might not suit to everyone. So do consult your physician before taking this medication. And also I would like to add here that doxycycline is not recommended in children. So if a child is below 16 years of age, doxycycline is not supposed to be given to them. So that was about people who are advised home quarantine and they are positive for COVID-19 and are asymptomatic. Now let's talk about people who are in contact with people who are COVID-19, say a relative, if you're a relative and your child or sister or brother is in home quarantine. So what should the person who are in contact with them have to take? They have to take ivermectin 12 milligram once, that is today, like suppose for 1 day, and 7 days after today, like after 1 week another tablet. Just one tablet 7 days apart. That's it. Now let's talk about people who are not in contact with the patients and they have to take this medication as, prophylactically, because they are moving places to places. We are not staying inside our home forever right now. So for those people, you have to take ivermectin 12 milligram once a day, just once. Like for people who are in contact, they have to take it twice, 7 days apart. But people who are not in contact with anyone, just as a precautionary measure, you have to take it once. And the government in our city, in our state, the government is distributing the medicine ivermectin, so go have it and keep safe. So that was about the drug routine, the drug regime. Now let us talk about do's and do nots. I have given a picture in the beginning. You guys can take a screenshot. It's properly written, because through these points, I'll just rush through these points because I do not want to make this video very long. So let's talk about point number 1, that is maintain daily routine. You have to stay active. Do take a lot of rest, but do not stay in bed for the whole day for so many days, because again it will lead to problems like deep vein thrombosis. So maintain your daily routine, do your proper brush, take shower and everything, maintain that. Do breathing exercises. There are a lot of ways. You can Google it up how to do breathing exercises. You can use spirometer. You can use, if you do not have a spirometer at home, you can do balloons, and there are various other ways. Now, number 3 is eat healthy. Of course, one is supposed to eat healthy when they are ill. No point of eating junk food. And take 3 to 4 liters of fluid intake per day. Drink lots of water, lots of fresh juices rich in vitamin C. And now let's talk about salt and water gargle twice a day. So you take warm water, do salt and water gargle twice a day, or you can also do betadine gargle with warm water. And I've written 1:3, that is the ratio. The ratio of betadine is to water is supposed to be 1:3. Like if you're taking 10 ml of betadine, then you're supposed to take 30 ml of water, and do that twice. Now let's talk about pulse oximetry. Have a pulse oximeter, ask for a pulse oximeter, maintain your vitals, keep looking at what is your heart rate, how much is your oxygen saturation. There's a column written as PO2. It should not fall less than 95% at room temperature, at room air. And apart from that, also have a thermometer. Keep measuring your temperature. If the temperature raises above 100 degrees centigrade, then do take paracetamol. And you'll have to take tablet vitamin C, tablet zinc, and vitamin D. I've written the dose in the beginning. Take the screenshot, you'll have it. Sanitize the surfaces, sanitize all the surfaces in your room with 1% sodium hypochlorite. Okay, and stay away from negativity, right? Because it is in a study, it has been found that negativity can decrease your immunity and again affect your health in a bad way. Now, do not discontinue room quarantine unless advised. Now, do not share the utensils, toiletries, and bedding. Everything of this person should be separate, and the utensils also, if a person is eating, if you can afford disposable, then eat in disposable and throw it away. And if cannot, then the person will have to wash the whole utensil and everything by the person themselves. No one else is supposed to wash his or her utensils. And number 3, do not shake hands. Of course, do not shake hand, hugs. You have to keep your distance. And number 4, do not panic. Okay, so guys, let me discuss some warning signs with you. Because a person is in home isolation, now when should a person think that, okay, now my condition is getting worse and I need to report to the doctor and get oneself admitted? So the warning sign number 1 is persistent fever, which is more than 101 degree Fahrenheit, persisting for 3 days or more. Then it's a warning sign. Number 2 is oxygen saturation is falling. You know, it's consistently less than 95% on room air, and the heart rate is also increasing around 110 beats per minute. So again, it's a warning sign. Number 3, if a person is having a dark colored urine consistently, so again could be a warning sign. And if a person is dehydrated all the time, warning sign. And if a person is confused, and if a person has severe abdominal pain, then again it's a warning sign. So if a person has any of these signs, then one should definitely call a doctor, should not sit at home and get oneself admitted. So I would like to conclude by saying that I know it's a bad phase in life, but this too shall pass, and there are so many cases who are recovering. So stay positive, do not panic at all, and just listen to music, be happy, and pray to God, and you'll be fine. So that was it from my side, guys. Till then, take care, you guys. Bye, guys.